Minor families, it's so good to see you. Happy March. I wanted to start by saying a big thank you to all of you that completed the family survey. The feedback that you provide there is so valuable, and our School Accountability Committee is spending time right now analyzing trends and patterns, and we'll present that back out to us at the annual board meeting on April 17th, so be watching for that. We would love to see you there. I know you're dying to know who won, so without further ado, congratulations to 4th grade, 6th grade, and Blue Sky Peak. Thank you for your participation. It means a lot. In other news, you probably recently saw an email from Superintendent Godowski talking about the budget shortfall that the district is facing, which is significant. And I know there are questions about what does that mean for PRA. So I wanted to explain a little bit about how that impacts us. The district is in that position because they are in declining enrollment. And so with the governor recommending a removal of the averaging formula, the budget that they had designed counted on the ability to average over several years different enrollment numbers to account for that decline. We have stable enrollment at PRA and a wait list, and so we are not impacted in that same way in terms of seeing such a hit on the budget for next year because of the enrollment, because of the averaging formula. However, indirectly, we work so closely with Adams 12. So if they have to cut staffing and programming, we collaborate with them every day. And so we will be affected by that. We also are proud members of the Adams 12 School District. They're our authorizer, and we want to be able to see a funding formula put in place that provides adequate resources for all districts. So if this is something that you're passionate about, I know it's something I'm passionate about, please, I encourage you to click on that link that the superintendent included and make your voice heard and talk about how important it is to properly fund K-12 education. Speaking of which, what does impact us is the fact that the mill levy didn't pass. So because we have to put so much of our general operating budget money into our building and operating of our school facility, which is a little different than how districts operate. So as a charter, we were counting on that mill money to put towards staff compensation. So that's obviously still a priority for us, even though the mill didn't pass. And so we're working hard to get creative with our budget for next year to figure out how we're still going to make that happen. So that's something that we're working on. It's also a little plug to say, if the mill gets put back on the ballot, we really could use your support. It goes a long way towards us being able to stay market competitive for our staff, which is critical in the student experience. And then lastly, speaking of funding and funding challenges and why we're always going out to you asking for money, it's which you just heard is because as a charter, we don't have as many resources as the district does. We are launching the annual Give next week. And so I know we did a little flipperoo on you. We usually have Give in the fall and Gal in the spring, and we had switched it this year. And it'll go back next year. But we would really, really love for you to come alongside us with this effort. We had many lead donor families raise their hands and already commit their funds, and we so appreciate that. They're leading the charge for us to demonstrate our commitment back to PRA. We are K-12 on purpose. We work so hard to invest in your kids every day. We would love for you to talk as a family about how can you give back to our school. So if you could have that conversation, any amount would be great, and go ahead and give. That would be fantastic. So be watching for that next week. All right, Miners, happy March. Happy spring break on the horizon. We hope you're well, and we'll see you soon. Go Miners.